I used to walk a lot. About my dream I used to talk about. About this, about that. How I used to put designs in my backpack. I used to walk around.
Hey, you guys, you're locked in right now to
somebody
JTVNetwork, the Jazmin
to
Anderson
believe
Show,
in
and
this
today I have a
body,
special guest.
so
I
one
have
day
Mr.
that I can be
Isaac Moore in the
somebody.
building, and he's the creative genius. He is definitely taking fashion to a whole nother level. When I tell you this fashion is the future, it is, and I'm so glad and so grateful we have him in the building. So, audience, give him a round of applause for being here. Thank you so much for coming to JTV and sharing your journey with us. I mean, you've been doing so much. You've been just creating. We've been able to see you create different pieces, and thank you for allowing us to have some of the pieces to show your work and what you've been doing. So just in your journey in creating, what do you feel like as a designer? We have the music playing, as you guys can hear. I mean, it's so many different things that he is just creative in. So the music, we could take the music, but that's something for you guys to look forward to later on. But Mr. Moore.
Yeah. Can we cut that music down a little bit?
So, yeah, we had the little intro because that song, I just really like that you're telling your story and the fact there was another side of you that you were able to do as well with it.
Yeah.
But fashion has just been impeccable, so amazing. Just you being a designer, what do you feel like and your journey it takes to make it in this industry?
I could just sum it up with one word: vision. You know, I think that I think we put a lot of emphasis on the wrong thing. You know, we put a lot of emphasis on money. We put a lot of emphasis on material things, and when we realize that we lack those things, we put our dreams on hold because we think it takes these things to make it happen. I think you don't need money in the beginning. You don't need all those other things that you need. You just need a vision in the beginning, and on the way, those things will take place, things like that. So, I think you know, vision is the one word that I.
Okay, and then in your journey for this vision, because as I was reading on you, from homeless to now, like America's luxury designer, favorite luxury designer, just your story, like in here, and like your background, you've been able to 50 different people that you've slept, you know, that actually you stayed with, to like now, like how was that experience and how did you overcome that?
Now, you know, like with that journey, I can't. Now I appreciate it, but then while I was going through it,
Yeah.
oh man, I was like, man, I was mad at everybody. You know, I was especially mad at my parents because, you know, just to put me, you know, in that type of predicament to have to depend on other people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't love you what like a mother could or your father,
Yeah.
you know, could, and things like that. And by me have to experience other people, and they get tired of me, they kick me out their house and things like that, you know, and I have to start all over again, and I constantly have to do that, you know. So, but what I can appreciate about it now is like I develop new relationships and relationships that I got new mothers, and you see what I'm saying, new people that I won't be if it wasn't for those copious amount of people that came in my life to help me to be the man that I am today. So
No, that's so true. And then your story, I just feel like, man, there's no one that I know who's been through what you've been through, you know. And we're going to show a clip for your documentary that you have coming out soon, From Nothing to Now, so you guys can take a look, just a small clip of it.
Kipper started this snow grill in the community, and went by there one day, introduced me to this young man named Isaac Moore. Got to know the young man for myself. Told me that he was a up-and-coming fashion designer or whatever. Me being in the entertainment business, I wanted to see, if he had any talent or whatever. At the time, I think he was like maybe freshman year or something in college. Yeah, maybe freshman in college. And he showed me his portfolio of some of the things that he designed, and it blew me away. Something like that. So much creativity can come from such a young mind. And it made me.
So that's just a small snippet, you guys, from Nothing to Now, the documentary, which I think, I can't wait to see just his story and everything that he's been through and just to get to this point, because it's a story like no other. There's no one that I know, period, since I've been living, who's had the background and who's been through as much as Isaac has been through. So for him to be able to pour out into his fashion is just beautiful, because we're able to, it means so much more. The name means so much more, Isaac and more. And for us to be able to see it, for it to be a part of it, or for you to believe in it, it's bigger than just a regular piece of product. Like, it means so much more to the individual and people who own a piece of it. So I'm just excited that you're here today, because just you having your vision and continuing to be consistent, I feel like is key in anything. And have you ever felt like you wanted to give up or not continue to go on? What was it that kept you staying on course?
I was talking to someone earlier before I came here, and I was just telling this person that like what God shows you, who you are, that's who you are. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes we believe the person that we are today, like that's what we're gonna be, or that's who we are, things like that. But that individual that God shows you, that's who you are. So I spend every day working towards that man that God showed me who I'm.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? And so
That's great.
to answer your question is like, yeah, I feel like giving up all the time, because sometimes it doesn't work, but I have to remind myself, what God showed me, and the man that I am going through right now, that's not the man right now. I'm becoming the man that God showed me to be.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Hey, I could definitely attest to that and say that we have to continue to focus on the vision of who we are, and not so much stuck on the person that we are now, but the person that we're becoming, and be that as much as you can right now. So I totally agree with that. And just like you in fashion, just period, what would you say is missing right now in the industry?
Me?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, that's what's missing. I just got, Jazmin, I just got tired of that people that want it, people really want to be successful, right?
Sure.
We really want to be successful. And normally, like, what we want to be successful for is for another person's creation.
No, that's so true.
So I'm saying, like, everybody working, they want to get a nice car and nice everything.
I'll be one
nice,
of those people.
You see what I'm saying? And
Every now.
and normally, like, a nice car didn't fall out of like Mars or somebody created it.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? But normally, the person that create these things, we are not the person that's doing it.
That's so true.
And so I just decided to change the whole trajectory of that, and when you think about who's dominating in different areas of creation, it's a black man that came from Third Ward, Texas, and
Come on, you know what I'm saying?
That's just doing it. So.
No, that's so true. And you know what? One thing that I've learned, like, I have a vision board, and I didn't come to realize that it was a lag board until I was speaking with Isaac. And it was more like I had Lamborghini on there, I had this house, I had a boat, I had like stuff that I wanted, but it was like somebody else created these things. So he realized, like, that's not really a vision board, that's really your lag board. Like, you need to have like what your vision, what you see, and it needs to be the map out of that. And so to me, it was like, you know what, let me go on and redo this board, because I had those things on there too, but it was like I was more emphasizing, oh, this is how I want to dress, this is how I want to do, and things like that, versus like creating something. What do you want to create, and how to actually put that as clear as day, like mapping it out on a board, okay, how you're going to get it done, strategizing it. So that is something I am working on now. And he actually helped bring that to realization to me, like to not make a lag board of other people's visions and what other people have created, but to actually know what I want to create and what I want to do. So that to me was amazing. I just want to applaud you for that, because that's actually, you know, everybody does vision board parties, everybody does those things, and we just want to put other stuff that other people created, and we're not even realizing, hey, this is what somebody else made, from a ring to whatever, to a shirt, to heels, to anything you can think of. Somebody else is making that. That is somebody's business. Right. So let's focus on what business we need to make.
That's true.
So
That's
I'm
true.
so excited. Like when you got on that, I was like, oh, that reminded me of that. And just you, like as an individual, you know, I think there's so many people who come to you who want to know how to do the fashion, how to, or want to even be mentored by you. What advice do you give them?
I have so much advice.
You really do.
You know, like for real, but I think that, you know, what can I give to them is the knowledge of, so I realize what success is. A lot of people not succeeding in their endeavors because they don't have the knowledge of it, of what they want to do.
True.
So I'm saying, and I think that, you know, like I get the chance to go speak at a high school next week, right?
Oh, that's great.
And that was telling me that how I really inspire like so many people, even the teachers there.
Wow, really?
And so basically, like, you know, I'm gonna have to talk to the student body and the teacher body, and just really tell them about, man, like about what's really going on. It's like, man, we really need to have education on what the future, you know, the future billionaires in the world, the future millionaires in the world, and things like that, as far as like with music and clothing and things like that. So the only thing I could provide and help people with is the knowledge of what they want to do, especially when it comes down to this.
No, I totally agree. And you definitely do that. And I see so many people reach out to you constantly with the comments and just on your page. And right now I've even seen you've been doing box experiences. Let me know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it just really came to me, and I stuck with it. And I was just traveling to like so many states trying to figure out like a unique packaging for my product. I've been had the product, but I never released my product because I never had a packaging that's suitable for it.
That's right.
And I went to a place and I stumbled across this great idea, and I seen like a wedding. Someone was making like invitation for a wedding.
Wow.
And I was like, man, that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? It was like something real small, but it was only big enough for the invitation for the wedding. I said, man, I need to make something that's only big enough for the products that I'm making. And, you know, so, yeah, and it's been really going from there.
No, it really is. I've been seeing celebrities, everybody's been opening these boxes, and it's just been like an amazing phenomenon. I've been seeing the internet. It's been going viral, things like that. So it's just really neat to actually see like just their expression and them touching the box, them actually just like really even delicate, like barely holding it, you know?
People don't want to even like wear their product, you know, and things like that because it actually look the way it looks. So
that's true. So I know like with fashion and everything, you are, I mean, even we can tell just what you have on that you're very fashionable and things like that. Just like on just you as a man and just in the society, do you feel like there's any things that can feel like it's holding you from being the best you can be?
No, I feel like the power is in my hands. You know, I feel like God gives you the power. You know, He gives us the ability and things like that. And my success is not contingent upon no one else's hands.
Come
you see what I'm
on,
saying?
yes.
And so, and my success is not contingent upon, you know, it's not on nobody else's hands as well too. So, so my thing is like, you know, nothing's holding me back.
Come on,
you know?
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And just the fact that you have your own power, like that was so good for you to say that, like that you are in control of your own success.
Yeah.
You have the power to do what you need to do to be successful. And it's great that you talk about that, because it's like we feel like we have to go out in the world to get certain things, but to know like that these things are already among us and to actually use those things. And I know like even me, I used to feel like, man, I have to go out to go get them. Like I don't have these things that I need. Like I have to go out and, you know, I don't know the people yet. Like I have to go find these people. I have to go find this. I have to go find that. And it's crazy because it's like, no, you really have the connections you need if you just elaborate and talk about what it is that you need to do. And that's something that I'm even working on doing, because I still can feel like, you know what, I don't have everything I need. So I think it's so good for you to say that we have the power and that we have the control, and nothing should be holding us back from being successful and being great, because if there is anything, like you're your own fault why you're not successful. So that was so good for you to mention that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for real, for real.
And to take that to key. So you're speaking so much good wisdom. I always do words of wisdom. And I'm always curious to know like what actually, you know, keeps you, like a quote, like a saying, is there any, or a verse or anything like that just you think about time to time that keeps you motivated or keep you going?
Yeah, it's not a saying, it's not a word. You know, I'm just a real self-motivated person. Like, again, vision, you know, motivate me. What God showed me who I am. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm really in tune what God already done for my life already, and things like that. And I just want to see it playing through, and that's what motivates me. So to keep going, because I know that I'm somebody greater than I am today. I'm greater than this right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is my vision is more real than this table, than this sofa that I'm sitting on right now. So I'm saying that's what I live off of.
Yeah.
You know, so
That keeps your drive like day to day, like you just seeing that vision, like you seeing that, like keeps you moving to go to making that vision as clear as day. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's already clear. You know?
Like it's already here.
It's already here. I'm telling you, like, it's more real than what we're doing right now.
Wow.
You know, I work backwards. You know, I work, like, I'm already the man that God showed me. So I have to speak like that. I have to work. I have to do everything like I'm already that. So I'm saying I can't work towards it because I'm already that.
Wow.
I gotta work it out of me, and that's what I've been doing. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that was really good. Like for us to already work in that. Do you guys agree? Like, hey, we're not.
See, we taught to work for something that we don't have.
Yeah.
And we don't have a car, so we work for a car. We don't have a house, we work for a house. But I don't believe that that's God's success for our life. I think I really believe that God put everything in us to work it out, not work for. So,
Yes. Like, let's work these things out. No, that was so good. And you're right. Like, we need to work those things out and our vision, and just being, you're already as real as your vision. It's happening now. It's here. And we have to act in that. So that was really grand for you to share that with us. And just you as an individual, just you speaking, I mean, there's so much wisdom that comes from you. What would you say, like, started that? Like, do you feel like it was something that
Struggle.
you taught? Struggle.
Adversities that what people scared of, people don't want to go through.
Wow.
So I'm saying, like, everything that's people that we look at, it comes from ugly stuff.
Wow.
So I'm saying, I embrace ugly. I embrace the struggle. I like it, to be honest, because
Wow.
it could. I like to show that I'm better than it.
Yeah.
You know, like, the reason why you can know that you are strong is contingent upon what you can lift.
True.
You know, like, if you could lift 5 pounds, that you are stronger than the 5 pounds. So it's going to be more pounds coming at, things like that, to show how strong you are.
Wow.
So you need the thing that go against it to prove who's the strongest.
No, that's true. So you're basically saying, like, adversity is like they're there to just teach us.
Yeah, it's
like
not. It's not. God is not getting mad at us. It's showing that who. Listen, man. Like, the kingdom of God is like, you gotta be powerful. You gotta be strong. You gotta show adversities that, man. Like, you know, you bigger than all these different things. So.
Like, you dominate all these things.
Yeah, like, for real, for real. Instead of letting things dominate you, instead of let you know, all the things that we supposed to dominate, it dominate us, but I like to dominate it.
Come on, Mr. Moore.
No.
No, that is so true. And man, it's just so crazy for you to say all that, because I feel like, man, society, we can't let other things dominate us, from like the smallest things, you know, not even realizing that you're not commanding things to take place, commanding things to be there. Like, we're just accepting what happens. We're just, adversities come, we just accept it versus fighting and saying, no, we're stronger than this. We're built for this, you know. And for you to just be sharing this, like, it just gives me like chills, because it's like so true. Like, you know, it's something that is needed. Like, people need to know this. Like, you need to know, like, hey, you have the power. You need to dominate. These things are not supposed to be dominating you. So thank you for sharing that.
No problem. You know, we have to, like, because power is an energy, but more so what power is an ability.
Sure.
You know, you have the ability to do something. So when you have some kind of power, you have some kind of ability, and things like that. And so I have the ability to dominate these things, you know. And and I'm just thank God for adversities. I thank God for I like the challenge of creating. I never was drawing when I was young, and you know, I did not know I would want to do this, but I stuck with it. And through every adversity of this, I dominated, and that's why I'm at. You know, that's why I'm at today. So.
Come on, like sticking with something. So would you say sticking with something, things could really work in your favor?
Yeah, could. Yeah, for sure. I think that we doing things for the wrong stuff. So when we don't get the stuff that we doing it for, we stop.
No, that's true.
You know, like for real. So we just do it in the beginning. We got the. See, if you have the wrong perspective, you can't draw the right conclusion.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's all about that perspective.
Yeah. So if you
what are we doing it for?
What you doing it for?
Ooh. Okay. Look, what are we doing it for? What are we doing it for? No, that's really good. And just like you being so impactful, like just what today and what you're saying, like what is one thing you would say that you want to be remembered for, like when you come in contact with someone?
I really don't know, because my story is not even. I don't know. I just realized that it's 7.2 billion people and counting, and so that means that I probably won't meet a fraction of the people that God created, right?
Yeah.
But I realized that the people that I do encounter, I have to. It's on purpose, because I won't meet all those different people. So by me recognizing my purpose before I meet an individual, this person got to be on purpose in my life. So I got to immediately impact that life in some kind of way. What you want to do? How can I help you do it? Or whatever, things like that. So it's whatever they remember me by me impacting their life and stuff like that. So.
Wow. Okay, but that's definitely a good way to look at it. You know, when you come across a certain person, like knowing, like, man, us meeting, this is on purpose, and to actually see what that person is trying to do and how you can help in their life and what they're trying to do. So
yeah, because you're not going to meet everybody.
Sure.
You're not, especially when people come in your path and things like that. I don't really believe it's for nothing. I really believe for something, but to know that something, you got to know why you're here on this earth for. Then everything works together.
Come on, yes. Okay, you really speaking today. And just like you and the brand, like I'm just loving everything that I'm seeing with what you're doing. What in your vision is like the ultimate goal for Isaac and More?
Everybody with it. You know, everybody. I mean, I man, girl.
Because that vision, I want to know, like, what is the ultimate goal for this vision?
That people this how people get excited for Lamborghini.
Oh, like me.
Like for all these different things, people really working hard for that. People in college can't wait to finish college so they could be a doctor or a lawyer just to obtain this type of luxury that somebody else created.
Oh, that's so true.
So I'm saying that's success for me. It's not me. It's not for me to afford it. It's me to create it, what people want to afford in life, and that's my success.
Okay, so that's the ultimate goal. You like everybody, like
Everybody. I want this to be. You don't have to have it. I just want this to be one of your desires in life. Like, this is something that, man, like, I want to validate my success with a Isaac and More product or whatever.
Come on, okay. Success, like knowing, like, you know what, and you're so right, because it's a lifestyle, luxury lifestyle. Certain people, once we hit a certain rank, we're like, no, if we don't have this, we're not successful. So I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I just thought, I just think about, like, man, what Rolls Royce really working for if everybody working for Rolls Royce?
Come on. No, that is so true, though.
I had to think about that, you know. I had to
Like
really think about that, you know. And we so excited to obtain this, you know. So.
No, you're so right. And just the fact that you're speaking on these things, and like, I know when I see a Lamborghini, that used to be my weekend. It used to be. You know, I've learned to not let it get the best of me, you know. But I used to go crazy for this car. And, you know, until I spoke with Isaac, it helped me more see, like, I need to create a car that's better than a Lamborghini or has certain features of a Lamborghini, you know, or just, like, getting into the car business, you know, like these things that we like and want to do. Like, hey, how can we make that be our business and what we need to do?
We need it. I'm telling you, we need it. We need to
create.
stop trying to be a part of everybody else's creation. We need to start creating our own, because that, especially for people that really, really believe in God, man. I'm tired of people that's not believing in God, dominating in these worlds and things like that, through institutions and things like that. So we need to start creating. We need to start creating our network. So I definitely applaud you and salute you and things like that. And yeah, we need that.
Thank you. Journey to victory, for real. So tell us what's next for Isaac and More, that we can continue to know, you know, stay updated with you. Like, what's next for the Isaac and More brand?
Well, I need to, you know, I just want to let everybody know about the name. That's it. I'm just trying to come up with different strategies and different ways how to everybody need to know about it and things like that. Like, I looked up today and I seen, I don't know if y'all familiar with Dedrick Haddon. Yeah, something like, he just started following me today and things like that. And everybody need to know about this.
No, everybody.
You know, so that's my thing.
Okay, well, everybody know who's watching and tune in where they can follow and keep up with the brand.
So, thank you so much for having me.
And let everyone know, like, where they can follow you and keep up.
Just Isaac and More everywhere. You know, IsaacandMore.com, Isaac and More on IG, Isaac and More on Facebook, Isaac More email, you know, yeah.
And remember, create. You know what I'm saying? No more lag boards. Let's create. Let's continue to create.
Because when you developing something, Rolls Royce, when they have their vision board, it's only Rolls Royce in the vision board.
Oh yes.
It's not
it's nobody else's
Rolexes.
creation.
It's not no Cartier.
That's
it's not none of that kind of stuff. So we need to really start working for everything else and start creating, man. And it's so necessary. It's so very germane for us to be able to do that.
Thank you so much, and thank you, like, for sharing and giving us knowledge in this show. And this is JTV Networks, and it's about people's journey to victory. But I feel like we've got so full in just knowledge and what we need to do as individuals and what our vision is, and to actually figure out what that vision is and only put that on a piece of paper and be able to be that. Whatever you see yourself becoming, be that right now. Today, you can start being what that vision is that you see and work towards that. Let that be your motivation. And that's something I'm still learning to do versus like trying to go to other people and other seminars and other things for motivation, but to let my vision be my motivation. So I thank Mr. Moore for coming to the show today, and I hope you guys just really feel full and what you've learned and what you've got from this episode. So comment, share, tell a friend, and hopefully next time you come and sit in the live audience. So thank you guys for tuning in to JTV, Jazmin Anderson Show. We're out. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
my backpack. I used to walk around just to look for somebody to believe in this body. So